What up, homies? This is Ryofu, and you are watching the Gaming Harbinger. Today we are going to take time to reflect on one of the most unexpected releases this year, the 2019 Link's Awakening remake. In this review, I can hopefully provide enough information so that you can decide if you want to purchase this game. On February 13, 2019, a Nintendo Direct dropped revealing an old classic getting remade from the ground up. A Gameboy game that originally released in 1993. For someone like myself, I was quite flabbergasted by this reveal. This brought back so many memories of my childhood.
So I stay on track, collect the facts, never cut the slack, and I always watch my back for Jack.
Down with Zelda. A man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. Y'all don't remember that? Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. So this Game Boy game is noticeably shorter as far as the dungeons are concerned. Shorter than previous entries. But you know, that's fine. That's fine because back then we had to deal with 4 AA batteries just to run the system. And nobody had time to be playing 30 hours or 40 hours on a Game Boy. Unless you were like me and you had battery packs and... Oh, okay. I need to stop. This isn't what this video is about. Okay, sorry. So the initial story behind this game is that this all takes place after A Link to the Past. And of course, that was the game that came out on the Super Nintendo. So Link is traveling on a boat, traveling by himself to only God knows where. A storm interrupts his travel plans and causes him to wash ashore on Koholint Island. A young girl, Modin, saves Link and brings him back to Todin's house, her father. Once Link gains his strength back, he is able to recover his sword and shield, and then an owl informs him that he must wake the windfish in order to return home. This can only be done if he obtains the 8 instruments of the sirens. So apparently, Link has been tasked with the duty of becoming a band teacher. Regardless, at its core, this is a slightly easier Zelda game than you're used to. Maybe that's because it was originally a Game Boy game, I'm not entirely sure. Please bear in mind that I'm not saying it's insanely easy. The puzzles are easier than, let's say, the original Zelda. So if you play games regularly, what I'm saying is this game should probably feel slightly easier, a little shorter. So definitely the maps, the areas in terms of, dungeons and everything is going to feel a little smaller. In fact, I would say this game can probably be finished from, 12 to 15 hours, your first playthrough. The graphics and aesthetics are charming in this remake. I really do like them. As you are already aware, this look is not for everyone. But I'm gonna be honest, I like it. I think it's adorable. The music is equally charming. Some dungeons like level 2 sound stunning and really set the tone and the atmosphere. I love the way the string and woodwind instruments sound in this game. Though I do have to say, that is coming with some bias. Going back to the graphics though. So there are some noticeable dips in terms of the frame rate in certain locations. For example, Gopanga Swamp seems to be the worst area in terms of performance, where there's some times the game will dip to 40 frames per second, then jump to 60, and then to 30. It's all over the place. But as far as what I've experienced so far, I've only seen it in this location and then just occasional brief dips in random spots here and there. But other than that, the game looks and performs great. So mostly everything about this remake gets a thumbs up from me. And I know what I'm about to say next is going to get me a petty award, but I have to point it out being me. I don't like Link's voice. I know. Insignificant in the grand scheme of things, but it needed to be said. Huh? Yeah? The only thing that's acceptable is Link's voice when he drowns. I know, that sounds dark as hell. I know. But I'm serious, maybe it's because just the way it sounds and the fact that I'm not a great swimmer, so I kind of feel sorry for him. But it's also amusing at the same time. I just can't help myself. So, one last minor baby complaint. So, I hate the look and the sound of Pegasus boots. I don't like the way it sounds, the way Link's little feet start a tapping away in midair like he's the Roadrunner. It looks silly to me. Like it went from, the aesthetic, adorable and all, it goes from looking adorable to now we're in the silly, corny realm for me. And I hate that because especially with, Zelda games, I use Pegasus boots all the freaking time. So for me, it's just weird not being able to do that and just cringe at any time he goes to tapping with the feet. I don't know. Anyways, of course, that's just me being petty because seriously, this remake is masterful. The cameos are awesome and abundant. And I'm not going to spoil them all here, but let's just say they come from various games from back in the day, and any old school head will appreciate that. And keep in mind that this is also around a time when this was not a thing, having cameo appearances from other video game characters. This was not a thing, so this was pretty wild back then to see something like this. I believe that this remake of Link's Awakening was an excellent idea. Some dungeons will probably feel smaller, like I said before, but I think this game is actually totally worth the full price tag. That's not an issue for me at all. If you have never played this game, then I think as long as you are familiar with the roots of the series, how it initially started, that it's over the top view, you will be able to appreciate this game. It's coming at a great time too. No one was even expecting this to be a thing, and yet here it is. So tell me, what do you guys think about this game? Does it intrigue you? Is it just for old heads like me? Is it just for old gamers like me that want to have a nostalgia trip? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Please leave a like and subscribe. Consider joining this team. Also, I want to throw this out there real quick that I have now made Twitter and Facebook pages for the Gaming Harbinger, and I'll leave the links in the description below. So please check those out whenever you got some spare time. It's been fun, guys. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Really?
I'm the man with the plan, 'cause the power's in my